Declassified. Today we are going to examine the first vessel of the Expandus-class submarines, the PSS Expandus. Transportation in 3, 2, 1. And we're here. Unfortunately, I wasn't in uniform and I had to put it on. So this is the primary vessel viewing location. As you can see, there is 2 crew members. There is 2 airlocks to exit, and this is the way down. The first floor's primary area is filled up with an armory, standard kit. The next area is the rear area where the ladder is. The Mobilarus-class is designed as a combat logistics vessel, used for the troop transport and resources allocation. Here are their 2 primary engines: a beacon fire engine powered by the PSS nation's sub-travel and trans-travel engines, primarily used of sub-travel, but trans-travel is in extreme situations where they really have to get out of places. The main power core is those 2 beacons. This is a containment room for ration boxes for containing food. As it's a logistics class vessel, it has much transportation. The design is for troops to be able to transport long distances without having need for resupply. Its counter room is filled with combat build material boxes, which are containers for build materials. They're designed to be used to build outposts and base. This is the captain's room. These 2 rooms are the primary bunk rooms. Despite being a logistics class vessel, it primarily relies on other transports to actually transport the troops. Here is the bridge, and this is the captain. Since its primary use is for logistics transports, the vessel is technically a marine vessel, not an army vessel, not a navy vessel. On its lowest deck is extra storage in case any other equipment, and a cannon module for any necessity of either destroying the terrain in front or hostile vessels. Like I said, it relies on other vessels to actually transport the soldiers to the location while it hauls the resources. Among these vessel types is this one over here, the heavy personnel transport, with its very powerful engines and enough space to house quite a large platoon. And not in the area, this is getting annoying. While not in the area, another vessel that allows it to transport is any other allocated nation vessel, along with the standard combat insertion vessels like this one. It will be reviewed in its own video, and vehicle transport vessels like this one, and this specific general soldier transport that is, although outdated, is still has slight use. Since these ships are so small, I am going to make an executive decision and combine the declassification for the PSS troop transport, for the combat troop transport. This one is armed with this. The design of it is for the vessels to line up next to a shoreline for troops on these guns, they're on both sides, to pummel any hostile forces on the beach, which will provide support for the troops inserting from here. This is the primary insertion. These two bays are insertion bays. This is here to provide cover in case they're taking fire. Although I do not believe it to be necessary, as it's already outfitted with heavy guns to cover the operation. I'm just gonna have this fully open. I need to fix this. So the purpose of these transports is for soldiers to be dropped in on combat fields with heavy support. There's no vehicle support, but it has rations and is able to, and has many rations and is able to support as an emergency logistics vessel if necessary. However, its primary focus is to transport soldiers from a mothership or from a military base straight to a combat zone. The guns are to defend the drop whichever soldiers are dropping into the area. Here is an area for a bunk area. Here is more bunk area. There is limited bunk area. However, the idea is for them to only sleep in rotations. Here is the area that we already discussed. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit of lag. Here is the ration space, and here is the primary bridge of the vessel. These standard transports are considered Mobilarus-class. That's all we have time for. This is Declassified, signing off.